Hello guys and welcome back to the channel here, and today we are doing part 2, no not 2, I'm playing part 3 to What If Naruto Was Evil. Now I know the last part probably wasn't the best, but this part is hopefully going to be better than the last part. But basically to recap off what happened in the last part of the What If. Hold on, just give me a second. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest, from your perspective, that didn't take any time. But anyways, to recap off what happened in the second part, Naruto basically finished up his training with the with the wood style. Was it wood style? I think it was wood style. The chains, the fan. He has a godlike Rinnegan. It's a red Rinnegan. Basically, the Ren Sharingan, actually. Because the reason why it's the Ren Sharingan is because Uzumaki blood and Uchiha and Senju blood, which make it It would be like a even stronger dojutsu, which I would have to make up a name for if he had Hyuga blood, but that's not part of the recap. Anyways, after that, Naruto decided that he was going to leave the Whirlpool village and go out and destroy the other villages. And he was going to spare Hinata because he realized after he left that Hinata was the only one who really loved him and didn't betray him. I know it's kind of cliche, but yeah, she was the only one there who didn't betray him. And he decided that he's going to take over the world and that he was going to leave Santa alone and maybe take over Mist, but he didn't know about Mist because he didn't like them, but at the same time he didn't have no beef with them. Like, he wanted to rule over them, but he didn't have no beef with them at all. Like, they didn't have anything to do with his parents. They didn't hurt his parents or try to hurt his parents, but at the same time they didn't try to help his family. So he he doesn't like them for that, so he doesn't know what to do with them. But he went to the Wave Village, which I must say in this What If is, well, it's like super duper close, like a mile away, but it is close to the Wave. Like, the Wave is close to the Whirlpool Village. He took a boat there, and he met Tazuna and them, and they welcomed him back as a hero, but they said that Konoha and then came to the Wave because of some stupid reason. No, not some stupid reason, because they wanted Tazuna to change the name of the bridge to, like, the Great Uchiha Bridge, or the Great, Leaf Village Bridge, or something like that. And Naruto, he decided to go and kill him. And it was a Jonin and two Chunin, and he destroyed them. He was going to take his time with the Jonin, but the Jonin got on his nerves, so he just killed the Jonin. And he was going to take his time with the Chunin, but they were trying to run away, so he just killed them as well. And he's thinking of going to the Leaf. And basically, that's it for this recap. So, if you have any what if ideas you want me to do, comment them down below, and I may or may not do them. So, let's hop into this. What if? Now, basically, I already explained it, but after Naruto just wrecked those Junin, and, well, not Junin, it's not multiple. After he wrecked that Junin and Chunin, well, two Chunin, so Chunins, kind of confusing. But after he wrecked them, he went back to Tazuna and told him. He, took care of the situation, took care of the problem, and Tazuna was very grateful that he invited. So grateful, in fact, that he invited him inside for dinner. And Naruto, he met Tazuna's grandson, which I really do not remember. I think it was like, his name was like Inu. I don't know. I forgot his name. Like in my other series, I'm just gonna call him TG and his daughter TD. So hopefully you don't get that confused with someone else. But TD basically TG. My bad. Basically thinks of Tazuna. You know what? I'm just gonna search up his name real quick. Okay, his name is Ichi. I don't know Tazuna's daughter's name. I'm barely going to mention her, so I'm just going to still refer to her as TD. But anyways, Inari and Naruto were basically like brothers. I know I probably explained this in the last part, but after Naruto went and wrecked, the Jonin and the Chunins, he went back, like I said, and they were eating dinner. And like I said, Inari and him basically are brothers, so they go outside after dinner and train, and Naruto and Inari catch up. Naruto doesn't tell him about his plan for world domination just yet. He's planning on telling him a bit after. But Naruto is a bit worried about another part of the world, the West. Now I'm gonna explain the West a bit later on in the series, as it won't be too important in the series. Maybe in another series I might make it will be a bit more important, but for now it's not too important. Also, never mind. Anyways, like I said, Tazuna and Naruto, but not Tazuna, Inari and Naruto, they train, and Naruto was in the Way Village for a week, and he was making sure that he would send clones of the ninja he killed to make fake reports on saying that Tazuna and Inari and his family were too stubborn, but they couldn't do anything because there was some random ninja that he was sending fake reports back, and I forgot her name. Tsunade was starting to get mad because these reports were just coming in as failure, and the ninja that were, they would come back in, and then they would come back and report it, and then they would accept the rent. They would, just disappear randomly. They would go out without a trace, and this was making Tsunade mad. So she decided to go and send some Ambu, and she still knew about Root Ambu, so she also sent some Root Ambu, and so that they could just take over the village without any resistance and wipe out as many people as they need to take it over, to maybe possibly draw out Naruto if he's close, but they don't really care for Naruto, but they would like to have him back as a weapon, but forcefully. Anyways, Naruto, he would just keep on killing the ninja they sent, and then he realized they sent Root Ambu and regular Ambu, and Naruto, he didn't know who the Root Ambu was. He only heard of Ambu, and he realized that the Root Ambu had that just these just white masks, while the Ambu had like animals. They had the mask had colors. The Root Ambu just had no emotion, like basically just showing off their emotional state, which they have no emotion, so that's basically kind of why their masks are blank and plain, to show that they don't have emotions, they don't care. And Naruto can tell because he broke one's leg. When he broke Ambu's leg, they screamed loud, asking for their teammate help. And that sounded so broken. But when he broke Ambu's body part, like Root Ambu, they didn't scream or anything. They were just standing there looking. They were just sitting there, laying down. Just that makes sense. They were just there looking blank at him. They didn't make no sound. They didn't flinch. They just took the pain. And not just thinking, they must be like a different sector of the Yambu or something. Maybe like a private sector of overcom. I said overcombo, overcunder, overcover, undercover. That didn't make sense. I don't understand how I mix up the words like that. But Naruto, he had his ways to get information. Even though the Root Ambu wouldn't talk, he would use his Rene Sharingan to just peer into their memories, and he would see that the Root Ambu were formed by Danzo. And he didn't really like Danzo when he was in the village. Danzo was just every now and then when Naruto was in the orphanage, Danzo would come there and not kidnap, but he would take a bunch of orphans with him. And they would just disappear off the map. He would never hear of them again. And Naruto just thought that Danzo was like adopting them and then giving them the good parents, but he now is assuming that Danzo just turned them into mindless and emotionless ninja. And if this was the old Naruto, he would have been sad and he would have cared and he would have tried to, fix them. But this is the evil, the uncaring new Naruto. So Naruto, he doesn't care, and he wants to make them scream. So he broke all of the emotion sealing. He broke all the emotion dampening seals on them to make sure that they feel pain. And the root Ambu were just, well, not the root Ambu, but the Ambu were just, like, the Ambu that were still alive were just like, wow, he's making the root Ambu scream. And Naruto was just torturing them, bro. He was having his fun. And Naruto's like, I can't wait to do this on the villagers. This is going to be even more fun. Torture the guys who tortured me. And Ambu like, we have to go and report this to Tsunade. This demon's strong, too strong. And Naruto's like, you know what? Never mind. Maybe one of you could live. And he killed every Ambu except for one. He killed all the root Ambu, and he just left one Ambu alive. One regular Ambu. And the Ambu ran for his life with a broken arm, just screaming, Demon! The demon has power! And Naruto's like, sure, I am the demon. The demon you will all fear. Fear the name of Naruto Uzumaki. Fear the user of the Red Renegon. The Sharingan. Freak! I messed it up. The Sharingan. I mean, the Shari Renegon. What did I call it? The Ren Sharingan. I'm so stupid. Now I won't even sound cool anymore. I was gonna go on this cool tangent, but now it won't even sound cool. But Naruto, like I said, he went on this like tangent that I kind of messed up, and everybody in the village was like, yeah, Naruto, giving him his support that he needs. And Naruto's like, they still love me. Of course they do. It's Naruto. It's me. And Naruto's, well, we time skip a couple of days. And this is when the regular Ambu is back at the Leaf Village to meet Tsunade. And he tells Tsunade about how Naruto destroyed all the other Ambu and root Ambu with ease. And Tsunade is like, how strong is this demon? Those root Ambu and Ambu combined are able to at least defeat 2 Kage. Well, not 2 Kage, that's a church. But she's thinking to herself, he has to be Kage level if he was able to defeat root Ambu and Ambu at the same time. All of those, because the root Ambu and Ambu that were sent together, or at least were able to take down at least 2 Kage. Were able to take down 2 Kage. Are able to take down. They didn't take down 2 Kage yet, but they were able to. They would have been able to take down 2 Kage if they strategized and if they strategized and they had a good teamwork, they would have been able to take down two Kage. So Tsunade's thinking to herself, he has to be at least high Kage level. And she's getting scared. And she decides to do a summit in order to get all the other Kage on her side so she can defeat Naruto. Easy. But she doesn't know about Gaara because she knows Gaara and Naruto were friends. And that they're in a similar predicament. Now Naruto he does not like the Akatsuki. He does not like their plan. I said this in the last part and the part before that. He doesn't like their plan because their plan is to enslave people. Not physically, not with force, just enslave their minds. And Naruto thinks that's weak because they won't even be able to rule. I said this in the last part, but Naruto thinks that plan, the moon plan, is stupid and useless. So he's decided that he's going to destroy the Ambu. I mean, not Ambu. Well, yeah, the Ambu, technically, because you're going to destroy all of the Leaf Village. But he's decided that he's going to destroy the Akatsuki as well. Because if you watch the last part, he does not, like I said, he does not like their moon plan. It's very stupid, very weak, and it will just enslave them and him. And he does not like to, he wouldn't like to be enslaved. So he's going to destroy them and, then get on with his day. But first, he has to track down a couple of them. He has to track them. Oh, my bad. He has to track them down and then read their minds for where their hideout might be, because he does not. He doesn't know where they are. Like, how would he know where they are? He never, like, they came to him. He never came to them. He came. Okay, pause. But they came to him all the time. So, okay, that sounds really wrong. They were always going to him, like, to go and capture him. He wasn't going to them to get captured. That would be stupid. They would always come and find him. So he doesn't know where their hideout is. I hope that's, a better way of explaining it without it sounding kind of weird. But Naruto decides that he's gonna flare a bit of his Nine Tails chakra, but he realizes that, yeah, he's just gonna flare a bit of his Nine Tails chakra. But he then hears from Tazuna that there has been an attack at Sand. Well, yeah, that there has been an attack at Sand. And Naruto decides that he's gonna he knows how to use KCM, and plus with his Rene Sharingan, he can teleport. He can basically teleport. He used the boat to get to the wave because he felt like it, but he can teleport if he wants. So he decides to teleport to the sand, even though he doesn't really know what it looks like. But he saw it on the map, so he just teleports to the sand, and he saw the Kage. Not bad. He saw the Kage Tower of that village on the map, so he just teleports to the Kage Tower, and he sees just mass destruction literally everywhere. Everywhere he goes, everywhere he steps foot, destruction. And there's literally nothing he can do about it. So he just like I said, he sees destruction everywhere. Sees people running scared, people burning, people just dead, with a bunch of bunch of clay thingies flying around. And he sees one of these clay things, like these giant clay things, carrying 3 people. His friend Gara and this red hair guy whose hair is pretty similar to Gara with an Akatsuki cloak, and this crazy looking yellow hair ninja who has the same color of hair, like I said, like the same color of hair as him, but he looks crazy and retarded and weird. And Naruto is deducing that they're probably the Akatsuki mostly because of their cloaks. But he's deciding that he's going to go and destroy them and read their minds. But he wants to first see if they maybe take him to his hideout, or if they're, where are they going? What are they trying to do? He knows that they're, trying to unseal the Biju for world domination, but he wants to know where they're going to do it and how they're going to do it, because he doesn't know how. Because in the Uzumaki scrolls, it wasn't, stated how to do it. Well, it actually was. I'm lying. So let's switch that. Let's change that. That didn't make sense. Of course, it would be stated. If it has something to do with sealing, the Uzumakis stated it in their scrolls. But it was stated in the Uzumaki scrolls how to unseal a Jinchuriki's Biju without killing them. No matter what their genes were, what their gender was, what their age was, you could unseal the Biju without killing it. And Naruto is thinking that they probably don't know how to do the sealing jutsu, and even if they did, he does not want them to have the Biju, because that means they're one step closer to world domination under mind control, which he does not like and does not approve of. So he's deciding that he's going to go and destroy them. Easy. So he follows them to their base, and they didn't sense him, because he learned back in the village how to seal away his chakra and then unseal it. Like, he can seal away his chakra and then he can have Kurama break through with his chakra, which will allow him to use. I know this kind of confusing, but if Kurama uses his chakra to like reopen his coils, Naruto can use his chakra again. Now, this doesn't hurt Naruto. It's just that he can like close his coils so you can't sense his chakra, which then means you can't sense his presence. So, like I said, he follows them, sees where they're going, and he sees them put this stupid boulder up, and he asks Kurama to break, well, not break, but like flood his chakra coils with the Nine-Tails chakra so he can reuse his, not bad, so he can reuse his own chakra. And Kurama's like, no problem, kid. Just promise me that you destroy these guys for me. I don't want them taking my brother. And Naruto's like, I understand. And he gets his coils reopened, destroys the boulder, and even the Akatsuki holograms sense him. His presence is that large that it's covering over the whole village. Now, the Leaf Team, they're back in the village. Kakashi, Sai, Sasuke, Sakura, Haruno, and Naruto's. He can sense them from a mile away. He's like, that traitor, that pink hair, can't curse, but he's like, that pink hair banshee, and that hypocrite Kakashi. Once I'm done with these two, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna make you suffer for making me suffer. And Naruto's just like, and Kurama's like, calm down, Naruto, calm down. You don't want them sensing you right now, do you? And Naruto's like, yes, I must calm down my presence. I don't need them knowing I'm here right now. And, my bad, guys. The Akatsuki members are like, who are you? Well, Pain is like, who are you? And Naruto's like, I'm Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. The soon-to-be ruler of this world. And Pain is like, and he then sees Naruto's eyes, and he stops laughing, and Pain's like, how do you have my Rinnegan? And Naruto's like, these are not yours, idiot. And first of all, they're not the Rinnegan as well. Well, that would be second of all. But they're not the Rinnegan. They're the Rinne-Sharingan. A way stronger variant of the Rinnegan. The Rinne-Sharingan allows you to use abilities of it allows you to use all Mangekyo abilities, meaning also Genjutsu, while you also have the abilities of the Rinnegan, like your paths, like the 6 paths. And not Toby Rambo, but Obito is like, I must have those eyes. Not only will I be able to use my Mangekyo abilities, but I will also be able to use the paths of pain. Oh boy. And Naruto's like, but don't think that you'll be able to defeat me. I've had a lot of practice with these eyes. There's so many more abilities that I haven't even listed. And Obito is just like, if I get those eyes, Rin, I might be able to even revive Rin. And, my bad. And Obito's like, dang it, there's someone with stronger eyes than me? That can't be. These are the eyes of Madara Uchiha. And Pain is like, you're lying. And Naruto's like, I don't care who thinks I'm lying, weakling. Why should I care about what a weakling thinks of me? Really should I care? I want to destroy the Leaf Village. I want to rule the world. But in order to rule the world, I must destroy you. And Pain's like, but why? We have common interests. And Naruto's like, I guess we do. But the way you want to rule the world is not the way I want to rule it. You want to put everybody under a stupid genjutsu. You wouldn't even be technically ruling it. Well, I want to rule it. I want to know that I'm ruling it. Not under some stupid genjutsu, under some stupid dream. You understand that I could activate the infinite Tsukiyomi if I wanted to, just right now. And Pain is like, oh yeah, I guess he can, since a Mangekyo ability is the Tsukiyomi. And that combined with the power of the Rinnegan would probably allow him to use the infinite Tsukiyomi. And Nobito's like, jeez, if I just get those eyes right now, the plan could go so quickly. But first I must hit the power of the Bijuu so I can be able to defeat him. If I can't defeat him, I won't be able to get his eyes. And Naruto's like, but I won't activate it. Like I said, it has, all it does is put you guys under a genjutsu. I wouldn't be ruling over you guys. You guys would be in some stupid dream state having fun. Well, I wouldn't be ruling at all. I'll be ruling a soon-to-be dead planet. And that wouldn't be fun, would it? So, like I said, you must all die. But, let me tell you, I do have respect for all of you. You, at least, most of you guys are at least Kage level. And that's something that I won't disrespect. But I must first stay with my friend. He is my best friend after all. So you may leave, unless you want to see your comrades get brutally beaten to death. And Sasori is like, watch yourself. You know what? Maybe you could become a new piece of art. And, well, not Sasori, but Deidara is like, how dare you disrespect me? I'm stronger than you. Now watch me create art. Art is an explosion, and you shall explode. And Naruto's like, hush up. And he uses Shinra Tensei, or Almighty Push, and pushes them away. And then he uses Universal Pull. Now, because of this is the Rene Sharingan, he could just spam the abilities. And Pain is like, he could just use it over and over again instantly. Jeez. Maybe if Madara gave me those eyes, maybe I would be able to succeed with his plan already. But not everything goes to plan, it seems. And also, it's like, he brings Deidara back, he brings Deidara up, and he seals off Deidara's chakra using one hand seal. He speeds through it, and Nagato's like, I recognize that seal. It's an Uzumaki sealing jutsu. And Naruto's like, chakra sealing. Uzumaki seal. And he places it on Deidara, and Naruto's like, you won't be getting away with no stupid substitution. I must make sure that you die a painful death. And he breaks Deidara's body parts one by one. Finger, he rips his fingertips off. He breaks his nails, his I don't know. He rips his nails off, his toenails, his fingernails. Then he breaks the bones in his fingers, and then breaks the hands. And he just does it so painfully, and everybody's just watching, feeling bad for Deidara, but kind of expecting it to happen. Deidara was reckless, kind of like, they're reckless. They're bound to die a painful death. And Hidan's just laughing like, you can't take the pain, Deidara. I said, Deidara. Hidan's laughing like, you can't take the pain, Deidara. You're weak. And Deidara's like, shut up! And Naruto rips his head off. And Naruto's like, how about you shut up? You're giving me a headache with all that screaming, goddammit. And my bad. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm just losing focus right now. Okay, now that I've got my focus back, Naruto's like, you're next. And Sasori's like, no, I'm not. You're next. And he uses his strongest jutsu, which summons all of his, my bad. Anyways, he uses his strongest jutsu, which summons all of his puppets. Now, I want you guys to notice that they weren't able to unseal they weren't able to unseal Shikaku before Naruto busts through. But we're gonna go over to Team 7 right now. it kind of ruined the pacing, but we're gonna go over to Team 7, and we see them racing over to where Gara is. They felt this massive battle and these massive amount of chakra they just felt this massive battle going on. And they're just like, what is that? And they're rushing over, and that old grandma that was with them is just like, I hope he's okay. Well, she doesn't say it like that. That sounds like a little girl. But she's like, I hope he's okay. I hope he can forgive me. And they're just rushing over there, and Kakashi's like, dang it, it better not be too late. And we'll go back to Naruto, and Naruto just stomping out all of Sasori's puppets. And he just keeps on Shinran tensing them and Almighty, Universal pulling them and then just destroying them with his fan he got on his back. And Obito noticed the fan, and he noticed the armor. And, well, they weren't really paying attention to the armor and the fan, but they noticed the fan. And because Naruto, he actually had the fan, kind of hidden away, so they didn't see it, but they didn't care about the armor. The armor, it's just armor. They didn't care about that. But when Naruto got his fan out, they were like, "Is that the fan of Madara Uchiha? How did he get that?" And Naruto is just wrecking the puppets until there's no puppets left, and so it's like, "You destroyed all my works of art. Do you know how long they?" And Naruto destroys the puppet body, but Sasori jumps out, and he's like, wait, please, don't hurt me. And Naruto's like, you should have thought of that before you teamed up with the Akatsuki. And Sasori's like, please no. Naruto grabs him and then snaps his neck. And Naruto didn't torture him because, Sasori was getting on his nerves, so he just killed him right there and then. And Naruto's like, you may go. There's nothing here for you now. You weaklings. I'm going to find you, and I will wreck you, destroy you, and make sure you feel real pain. And Pain's like, hey, how dare you copy me? But then they, disable their holograms. And I was like, copy you? I'm not copying you. You're copying me. And Naruto he doesn't destroy the holograms, but he destroys the wall behind the holograms. And then Team 7 comes in with the old lady grandma. And Naruto's like, well, you're here a bit earlier than expected. Don't worry, I won't destroy you right now. But soon, Naruto Uzumaki will get his revenge. And then Naruto teleports away. And then Kakashi's like, wait, that was Naruto? And Naruto's like, oh, I forgot something. And then he picks up the body of Sasori and Deidara, and then he's like, goodbye. And he forgot to read their minds for whether the Akatsuki were. And Kakashi's like, wow, that kid is still kind of annoying. Tsunade should have killed him instead of banishing him. He deserves death for what he did to Minato's son. And not bad. And not Minato. Sasuke's like, Sensei, don't tell me that was Naruto. And Kakashi's like, it is. It seems that he's stronger, faster, smarter. Tsunade should have killed him off years ago. And not bad. Sasuke's like, she should have let me kill him. I could have got the Mangekyo by now. I could have killed Itachi. I could have got my revenge. But that idiot Hokage decided to banish him. I should have killed him during that fight. Next time I see him, I will kill him. I will grant his wish. And Kakashi's like, but Sasuke, don't underestimate him. He has defeated 2 S rank missing Nin. and he seems to be perfectly fine. Plus, he didn't even seem like he was trying either. And they didn't see Naruto fight, they saw that he wasn't sweating at all. He wasn't breathing heavily at all. He just looked completely fine and completely normal. Like he wasn't even fighting at all. Like he was just, like he just teleported there and they were dead. Like he seemed completely fine, like nothing about him changed. Even though he fought two S-rank missing nin. Though not the strongest of the S-rank missing nins, but they were still S-rank. And the fact that he defeated them without breaking a sweat shows that even Kakashi is below his leagues. And Sasuke won't accept this. And he's mad. And Sasuke's like, I should have left for Orochimaru. You weaklings can't give me anything. And Kakashi's like, watch yourself, Sasuke. And you watch your mouth about Orochimaru. He would have taken your body. Would you rather have your body taken from you before you can even achieve your dream? And Sasuke's like, great. Sorry, Sensei. And they leave, but they take the an unconscious guard with them. And that's actually going to be it for this part. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, but the day after tomorrow. Bye.